Hey guys, welcome back to Zakari Hikari. My name is Zach, and here we discuss everything related to manifestation, conscious manifestation, higher consciousness, Neville Goddard, the law of assumption, all that good stuff. Before I start, if you guys want to work with me, all my information is in the description box below. And we're having that holiday contest right now where a client wanted to give away her third session. So I'm going to double the time, make it an hour video call if you want to enter. Take a picture of a screenshot of subscribing, sharing, send me the email. I'll send you a raffle number and we're going to do the drawing closer to Christmas. And today I wanted to hop on because I had another very interesting and enlightening call with the client the other day. And I wanted to bring it here to help us all level up together. Okay. So guys, when you're going out into the 3D, I want you to remember that everything is reflecting who you are. Okay. And I think sometimes it might be a little bit helpful if you understand that every single person in your reality is existing as infinite versions of them, just as you are existing as infinite versions of you. Okay? Everybody is in their own infinite reality. And someone in their reality everyone has absolute free will in everyone's reality. Okay? But no one has free will over what version of them shows up in your reality. It's always based on your assumptions about yourself, how you think the world works, your assumptions about other people. And oftentimes these assumptions that you're carrying around are coming from way before, and they're below the conscious light of awareness, and they're just working in the back of your mind, and they're creating chaos, and that's okay. Okay, once you bring them to the conscious light, we understand what they are, we choose again, then you just start choosing. But I want you to remember that when you go out into the world, you want to start seeing everyone as you. Just picture yourself like walking out. I always get this image of like the Truman Show. I think that was the name of the movie with Jim Carrey, but it's not really the Truman Show. I mean, it's not a mirror, obviously, because he's in the TV show, but he doesn't realize that he's in the TV show. But if you literally like picture yourself walking out and everything is just a mirror around you, right? You want to argue with the SP, you're arguing with the mirror. You want to argue with your boss, you're arguing with the mirror. You want to complain about money, you're complaining about the mirror. You want to complain about circumstances, you're complaining about the mirror. It's always reflecting exactly, precisely, in 100% totality where your awareness is. Whether it be conscious awareness of what you are consciously thinking and assuming, or unconscious awareness of what you're unconsciously thinking and assuming, and the beliefs that you've bought into your whole life. Okay? But the reality is, it's all you, and it can all be changed from choosing. From putting yourself at the center and choosing and understanding that you are reality. Okay? I know that obviously the 3D, you have to remember, it's supposed to be very convincing. It's supposed to be very realistic. It's supposed to keep you within the illusion. Because if one part of the illusion didn't work and the whole illusion wouldn't work, you'd start seeing literally like planets falling out of the sky, the earth would stop spinning, nothing would work, there'd be absolute chaos because the illusion has to be perfect. Okay, but the truth is, the reality is that it's an illusion. And the reality and truth behind the illusion is that it's always changing because it's that one changeless reality. And anything else is just a reflection. It's just one experience of reality that you're choosing either consciously or unconsciously through your assumptions, and then you're seeing it. So you got to start looking at things when something blows up in your life, rather than panicking and freaking out. You just got to be like, okay, this is interesting. That's me. That's me. Where's my awareness? Where's my awareness been before this thing happened? Where was my awareness before this thing started showing up in my reality? Where was my awareness with this? Where was my awareness? Where was my awareness? Where was my awareness? Who was I amming? Who was I amming? Who am I? Who have I been? And then you choose again, right? It becomes like a very interesting. People always ask me in my life, like, how are you always so calm? You know, you don't show a lot of 3D emotions all the time because I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care as much anymore. It's like, all right, cool. That's a mirror, that's a mirror, that's a mirror. It's all reflecting me. So if everything's me and I have a blip in awareness in my human experience, because that's what the human experience is meant to be, right? It's not meant to be you're this perfect person 24/7. And that's not a requirement to have anything in your life. I want to make that very clear. But you stop giving so much importance to anything because you realize that you're just dealing with the mirror. You're in front of a mirror. If you want to see a different reflection, you don't change the mirror, you change yourself. If you're in front of a mirror and you don't like the hat you're wearing, you change the hat. You don't change the mirror. You don't start like wiping the mirror down and trying to like crack it open and rearrange the pieces. You change what's being reflected in the mirror, which is you. You go change your outfit, you put on a new hat, you see a new reflection. But this isn't just true about just SPs. This isn't true about just money. This isn't true about one thing. Any shift in awareness is a total shift in awareness. It's always going to be a total shift. It's always going to be you. Where's your awareness now? What are you aware of right now? What's the story you're telling yourself right now? What are you aware of? What are you thinking? What thoughts are you consenting to? Where is your I am? What is your I am? What's the story that your I am is right now declaring to be true of you? And that's going to be instantly reflected in every single point of consciousness, in every single thing, in every single inanimate object, in everything, because it's all you. And once you realize that, holy shit, everything's just a reflection. You know, people will say, and I've had clients who we talked about it, they say, well, that's really lonely to think that, you know, it's just me. I'm not dealing with anybody. That's not to say that there are not other people. Everybody is their own individual point of consciousness. Okay? People are people. You're still dealing with real people. They're not these puppets that I know is this big, it was big in the manifestation community before to say people have no free will and they're puppets and this and that and the other thing. Listen, everybody has free will. The definition of free will is that it's free will. Okay? But everyone has free will in their reality. You don't know what desire somebody would have in their reality because the version of somebody that you're dealing with is one infinite version of them that you're choosing. They have no free will over the reflection that shows up to you. Let's put it that way. Okay? But you're still dealing with individual points of consciousness in the all. You're still dealing with a version of that person, and it's still a very real person. Okay? But they are wholly unlimited eternal beings, just as you are. And when you realize that, you stop like getting so caught up on everything. You move to this place of just accepting everything as just being perfect because it just is. Right? There's nothing to change, there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do except start choosing where you want to go with your assumptions. What do you want to assume? What do you want to see? Okay, go assume it. What 3D experience you want to have in your reality? Okay, perfect, go assume it. If you assume it's perfect, it must be. If you assume that everything's working in your favor, it must be. Right? But of course, we as a 3D experience, and a part of the illusion is that it's so convincing, especially when you're younger, when you're learning about how the world works. All those experiences you have, they seem so real. They seem so insurmountable. And then they go in and you start thinking, you know, I know people call it the subconscious, but it's not this thing that's outside of you. All it means is that you just don't see it. You're just not aware of what you're aware of. That's all. But once you're aware of it and you choose again and you realize you're existing in all time frames, in all time right now, you just choose. And it becomes this, it becomes almost like lighter. It just becomes a lighter experience to realize, oh my God, like, all right, that's me, it's all me. And then you move into this like state of just flowing along with life and enjoying it rather than trying to get so attached to things, trying to force things, trying to stress, or, you know, if you saw my other video recently that I did about time, noticing the time, you stop giving a fuck because you're like, all right, well, that's just, it's all just a mirror reflecting back to me who I am. So what's the point in trying so hard? You know, and you don't need to sit there and do all this. I had another client recently and they were really hung up on self-love, and they said, I need to love myself and I need to do all this. Self-love is just realizing that you've always been that love, right? When you're saying that you need to fix something, that you need to change something, that you need to change who you are in order to be good enough or whatever to get whatever you want, that is a identity that you're identifying with. So now you're creating the experience of needing to keep changing or bettering or whatever else you need to do in order to get to where you want to be, right? So let it all go and just go to the center of knowing, all right, this is my choice. All right, this is my choice. All right, this is my choice. All right. Now, if you guys want some help and just identifying where your awareness has been, and you want to, you know, talk to me and work with me, absolutely fine. I'm always here. But it's always going to be you. It's always going to be, where's your awareness? I can identify it, but then we have to get you to start understanding, choosing, letting go, and moving into the center of who you really are. It's not about the SP. It's not about the money. It's not about the circumstances, the house, the desires, the undesired circumstances, whatever else. It's about you. Who are you? Where's your awareness of being? Who are you aware of being right now? And when you're aware of being that person, whatever the decision is, and you can decide a million times a day, you can change your identity a million times a day if you want to. And every time you change, the mirror will start to coalesce around who you're being now, and you're going to start seeing that reflection in time. Change in the changeless. You start to see that reflected back to you. Okay? So I just wanted to hop on here because I thought that was a really cool discussion we had. That, it's just see yourself walking outside, it's just a bunch of mirrors. Everything's reflecting back to who you are. It's always going to be you. It's just you. And if you don't feel that relief, I know that when people first hear that, it can be like, oh my God, but it's just, where is everybody? It's just me? What about all those people? I'm all alone? And it's like, no, you're not. You're still interacting with different versions of people. They're still people, but it's that you're not controlling them. They're not puppets. It's not that they have no free will. It's in your reality. You are the only one with free will. Okay? And everyone in your reality is reflecting back to you who you're deciding to be. Whether it's what you're deciding about to be true about the other person, what you're deciding to be true about the circumstances, what you're deciding to be true about A, B, C, D, it doesn't matter. It's all you. Okay? So I just wanted to pop on here and give you guys that little insight. Again, the contest is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do a holiday drawing. We'll probably do it closer to Christmas on live. I'm looking forward to it. I have a special surprise I've decided that I'm going to throw in for the last minute on that live. Or video, whatever we decide to do. But again, if you guys want to work with me, reach out. Otherwise, I love having you guys here. I love all of this, everything, every one of you guys, all of you. You're all beautiful. You're all just absolute love, and I love talking to you. I love the fact that I'm connected with each and every one of you in this reality, whether we've spoken, we haven't spoken, whatever it is. Just the fact that you're here and you're enjoying this life and you're on the crew, and I'm giving you so much love. So guys, have an amazing day ahead, night ahead, whenever you're watching this. I love you, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Okay?